Must always check that it's on. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Like I told you before, this explanation that I gave you so far, it is the whole story from the Mahdi, right? Remember, we told you, just to recap, we told you everything else that happened before the appearance of the Mahdi, that is alamat sughra, the minor signs of Qiyamah. And once the Mahdi appears, we say once the zuhur of the Mahdi, then it is alamat kubra, right? So there, what the author has done now, right, nicely, he's given the whole story to you. If in chronological order, he's taken it from the hadith, etc., extracted it. So he made it very, very easy for you. Made it very, very easy for you. So now we're going to go through the hadith, but the same order, the same detail with which we have mentioned here is not going to be in the hadith. Sometimes Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam would have spoken about certain signs of Qiyamah. Sometimes he left some out. Sometimes he's given a little detail about one. Sometimes he won't give so much detail about the other, etc., etc. So remember, this is now what the author has done. He's taken all of this and he's put it in nice order for you. I remember just now, to your barakat, now something came to my mind. I remember when we were doing this in madrasa, the same thing. Our ustad, Hazrat Moulana Ilyas Patel Sahib, he came once to the madrasa. I don't know if you were here. He remember, he told me that, he told us, the class, that if you want to look at the blessed explanation of all the signs of Qiyamah, there's a book by, it's called Ma'arif Sunan, Ma'arif Sunan, and it's by, what's his name now? I forgot his name. But he said there's very nice order, and everything is put in like in order and chronological order and details. So now, as I said, we look at the hadith, we start with the hadith, but inshallah, as we go through the hadith, I'll point to you. Remember, we discussed this here. Remember, we discussed this. Let's refer to this incident, right? So it's not going to be as detailed, and it's not going to be in full. Certain things, sometimes the hadith, maybe some left out certain things, or as he got information, he shared the information. Okay, let's read the first hadith. Bismillah.
عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لا تقوم الساعة حتى تقتتل فئتان عظيمتان يكون بينهما فلة عظيمة دعواهما واحدة وحتى يبعث دجالون كذابون قريب من 30 كلهم يزعم أنه رسول الإيمان وحتى يقبض العلم ويكثر الزلازل ويتقارب الزمان ويظهر الفتن ويكثر الحرب وهو القتل.
Okay, stop there. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So see, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وعن أبي هريرة أن رسول الله قال لا تقوم الساعة حتى تقتل فئتان عظيمتان. So just another thing I want to add to you. It doesn't mean also, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Qiyamah will not happen until this takes place. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is just saying that this will take place before Qiyamah. So it doesn't mean it's going to occur in the same order here. The order could be, because I said, look here, you're not allowed to go to home, or you're not allowed to go to town until you not present your project number 1, project number 2. So maybe you bring project number 2 first, and then you bring project number 1. It doesn't mean that you have to give it in order, project 1, project 2. But the fact is you have to hand in both projects before you are allowed to go home. The fact is you have to hand in both projects before. So same thing here. There could be a bit of a reversal in the order, no problem. All of us understanding, look here, remember, in other words, like I say to you, for example, look here, you are not going home, sir, until this work is done. Until I don't have your project on my table, you're not going home. So the main advice is, look here, no matter what, you first have to give the project. You can't go home. So same thing, Nabi Sallallahu is not giving you the thing in chronological order. He's just emphasizing, look here, Qiyamah won't come until these things happen. Like, in fact, if I remember correctly, there's a hadith that also say that Qiyamah would never come until Nabi Sallallahu was not sent as a prophet. Now, how far is that away from Qiyamah? I mean, before 950 years. They just show you that, there's no particular attention to the order, but the main thing is just that this thing won't happen, whether it is right. So the first thing he said, لا تقوم الساعة حتى تقتتل فئتان عظيمتان. Right? That Qiyamah will not take place until 2 great groups fight. Right? تكون بينهما مقتلة عظيمة. There will be a great fight between them. دعواهما واحدة. And their two claim will be one. In other words, they will both will claim the one thing, they're on haq. I told you, yeah, ulama say unanimously. There's no, sometimes there's difference of opinion in trying to identify what the prediction is. The fact that there is two great groups means that both are on haq. They say this referred to as the Ali and as the Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala. And as I told you before, this is called the Battle of Siffin. It's called the Battle of Siffin. And it's a battle that raged on for several months. Right? It's a battle that raged on for several months. I told you there was over 70,000 people that was made shaheed in this. And then also we told you there that this was discussed in the hadith number 29 of Mishkaat Shareef. Da'wahuma wahidatun. Both are claiming to be Muslim. Both were claiming to establish the haqq. As Ali said, no, I'll also establish the haqq, but give me a chance so that I can establish my khilafat, and then I will establish the qisas, which is, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumul qisasu fil qatla. They said, look, you have to establish. So we'll do it, but give us a chance. And then obviously the group of Mu'awiyah said, look, Allah Ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumul qisasu fil qatla, right? Then the next one, okay, so that's first. So that's what Qiyamah cannot take place. Qiyamah will not take place until these things are found. Then the next thing is the Nabi Sallallahu said, وَحَتَّى يُبْعَثُ الدَّجَّالُونَ كَذَّابُونَ. That Dajjal means to deceive, great deceivers, liars. Now, I told you, that's why we say, if anything which is, like where a person tries to deceive, like we say in English, you pull the wool over the eyes of somebody, you pull the wool over the eyes. You say, this is a Dajjal, he wants to deceive me. So these people, they will deceive, they will say, we are prophets, we've been sent by Allah. There were many people, some of them, maybe, they never rise to fame, so we don't know. Maybe they just passed with the passage of history. They got lost in the passage of history. But some of them gained traction. Well, if somebody to attempt something like that in a Muslim country, he wouldn't get any type of traction because he would have been killed immediately. Because that's blasphemy. You are lying against Allah Ta'ala. You are lying against the Quran. Because the Quran says Nabi Sallallahu is the last prophet. You're lying against the Hadith. So you wouldn't really get traction. So a person could only do that maybe in the early stages of Islam, like the time of Abu Bakr. Or maybe he was out of the Muslim empire, so to say. Or maybe he was, maybe after the Khilafat was not there. Or maybe what they do is he tried to obfuscate the words, He won't say openly, I'm a prophet, but he'll imply he's a prophet. He gets wahi from Allah Ta'ala because he knows if he say open he's a prophet and he is under Khalifat, straight away, chop, he'll chop his head off, right? So there were many Dajjaluna, these deceivers, these, right? And these liars, Qaribu min Sarathin, close to 30 that will happen. So this, in other words, what the hadith saying, there will be 30 prominent people that will claim. Even if you look at this person that was one of the founders of the Quran, only sect, I think was from Egypt, I can't remember his name. He started off by, like with like a normal saying, he must only follow the Quran, this, that. Eventually, I tell you, these people, that's why ulama say that the first step to misguidance is unbridling yourself from the madhab. As long as you stay in a madhab, there's barakah because you are not following your own desires. But when you feel, no, I don't have to follow. I'm smart enough. I'm intelligent enough. I know usul hadith very well. I know Arabic very well. I can go to the hadith and I can see what the hadith I want to practice upon, etc., etc. So now you're relying on your own self. Now once you start relying, you make one, that's your first step of misguidance. You go to the next step. So anyway, this person, I think his name was Perhez or something. If he was coming with his own theories, so sometimes his theory was not conforming with the Quran. So eventually we're saying, no, there's a mistake in the Quran. That the Quran, my theory says that there's a mistake that should be like this. And then he also made a claim eventually that no, you see here, Allah Ta'ala is speaking about me. If you look here, this is speaking about me. And even Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, he even made claims like that. He said, yeah, Allah Ta'ala is speaking about me. Allah Ta'ala is, Allah Ta'ala is making ishara. There is, I can't remember the details, but there is an incident where he said, Allah Ta'ala is speaking about me. This refers to me. So the first step of misguidance is where you, as long as you follow the elders, you follow the seniors, there's barakah in there, right? But once you think, Urdu is called the food rai. What's called? who derive my own opinion. So when you think you are smart enough and you want to rely on your own opinion, you can unbridle, you can unshackle yourself from the elders, and you can start making your own ijtihad. You can come up, you can do your own extrapolations, etc. Yes, you can come with your own extrapolations so long as it's within the opinions of the elders. But once you come out of the opinions of the elders, then right. So yes, so these people, yes, I'm now. So sometimes a person won't openly claim that I'm a Rasul. He won't say, but he'll use some fancy knowledge that I was inspired by this, etc. Right? Then we done this. وَحَتَّى يُقْبَضُ الْعِلْمُ. That another sign of Qiyamah, there will be a death, D-E-A-R-T-H, a shortage of authentic ulama. Remember, we done this hadith. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَقْبِضُ الْعِلْمَ انتزاعا إِنَّ اللَّهَ لا ينتزع العلم انتزاعا ولكن بقبض العلماء. So as we go with that, we done this hadith. فَيَتَّخِ النَّاسَ رُؤُوسًا جُهَالًا. Remember that? So coming closer to Qiyamah, you see there'll be a shortage of real authentic ulama, and people will take juhal, stupid people. So the more you see, if you see people are flocking towards a person who has no knowledge. And I mean, I just come to my mind now, maybe your barakat. Nowadays, people don't appreciate ulama because of their knowledge. People don't appreciate people. If the people appreciate people because of the celebrity status. If you see some of these people, the celebrity ulama that appears on YouTube and social media, there's one person that came now from overseas, not even an alim, but yet is one gathering at 1,000 people that came there. His name was some Akhi something. Then it's not even an alim. He's not even an alim, but he got so many people flocking towards him. So they never go for the ilm. Why they went? They went because maybe the way he dressed, the way he carried himself, but in reality he's bereft of knowledge. So what does it mean? يَتَّخِذُوا رُؤُوسًا جُهَالًا. They take ignorant people as leaders, but real people who have real knowledge, they're not flocking to them. So that's what says. So you see, when people are not ulama, they are taken as ulama, they are looked up at, as they are revered, they are honored. People go towards them, and that is a sign of Qiyamah. There's it. That we said, was it رؤوسا جهالا? Remember, it comes to be right. So وَحَتَّى يُقْبَضَ الْعِلْمُ. So from this hadith also you learn that as we go closer to Qiyamah, there will be a shortage of real, genuine, authentic ulama, right? Then, وَيَكْثُرُ الزَّلَازِلُ. This we done also, zalazil is the plural of zalzala, right? Zalzala, yuzalzilu, and the plural is zalazil. So that shows you also this. In fact, from other hadith also we learn when there are many there's other hadith show many natural catastrophes and calamities. It speaks to other hadith. It speaks about the same subject. It speaks about rihun hamra'u, red winds, tornadoes. And I mean, if you look at recently, you see there's been a whole host. Although maybe from the Western perspective, they'll tell you global warming. They'll tell you holes in the ozone layer. That is why you're getting these floods, all that type of thing. But actually, from this hadith and other hadith, we learn as we go closer towards Qiyamah, there will be an increased proliferation of calamities, natural catastrophes, right? In fact, if I remember correctly, the hadith will come in, it speaks about, like, when you have a tasbih, a tasbih, or you have a beaded necklace, then when it breaks, how the beads in quick succession, they just fall down quick. The next bead isn't waiting for the one bead, the second bead is not waiting for the first bead. Okay, this bead fell now, let me wait 2 minutes and I'm going to fall. No, it falls in quick succession. So say, it's called tataba'. So there's also a hadith that speak about that close to Qiyamah, the calamities will come in quick succession. Like how you have the earthquakes, we had floods in Libya, we had floods in Afghanistan, we had an earthquake in Turkey, we had so quick succession, right? وَيَتَقَارَبَ الزَّمَانُ. Yeah, literally I said a time will come close. We discussed this in detail. We gave you just explanation. One is there will be no barakah in time. Monday before you just start the week, there you see the week is over again. Start the year, look here, we're coming to the end of the year. It looks like we're just in the beginning of the year. That's one. Or I told you the other meaning is done. Things which normally take a lengthy while to accomplish, it will be accomplished in short time. Like today, I told you if a person wanted to go to Hajj before 3 months, 4 months, that is why you get 4 months of Hajj. After Ramadan, why you get 4 months of Hajj? Because if you lived far away, you have to travel immediately after Ramadan. You have to start your journey to go for Hajj. And so that's why one thing that took a long time to accomplish today. Imagine before you to cook a meal, you had to gather the wood, you had to make the fire. Now you pop it into the microwave. So things are accomplished, and then no barakah in time. Then وَيَظْهَرُ الْفِتَنُ. That's quite obvious. Tests, trials, tribulations. Every day a new test is coming. So fitani is generally, it's a general word, test trial. But in this context more, I would say something that tests your iman. It tests your commitment towards Islam. It tests your commitment towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It tests is your commitment to the Quran, your commitment to the Sunnah, etc., etc., ironclad. Or you are وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَن يَعْبُدُ اللَّهَ عَلَى حَرْفٍ. You just worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like if things are good, then you are a worshiper. If things are bad, you don't worship, right? So وَيَكْثُرُ الْحَرَجُ, with this word, that killing will become rampant, right? So there's another sign that will happen. If you look at the respect for human life today, I told you in Gaza, how many people, in Afghanistan, 1 million people, in Libya, 600,000 children died in Iraq because of the embargo that time when America, when they falsely claimed that Iraq has got weapons of mass destruction after 9/11, and on that pretext, they invaded Iraq. Although after that, Tony Blair, he himself conceded to say no, there was no, the whole war, the killing, the murder of 600,000 innocent children was based on false information. So what type of intelligence do they claim to have? The most advanced intelligence gathering teams, but they themselves consider there was no weapons of mass destruction. So killing, والقتل, there's absolutely no respect for life. وحتى يكثر فيكم المال. We discussed this also. When money will become, wealth will become يكثر, there will be a proliferation, right? فيفيض حتى يهم رب المال ما يقبل صدقته. So it will flow. Like how you say, the money will flow. But حتى يهم رب المال, to such an extent that the owner of wealth, yuhimma, he will worry now, ما يقبل صدقته, who will accept his sadaqah. We discussed this here. One explanation is that will refer to the prosperity. Remember, we discussed the whole thing in the time of the Mahdi in his Khilafat, in the time of the Isa alayhi salam. I told you, when there's justice, when the ruler rules with with justice, then there's barakah, then there's Allah Ta'ala opens up, right? وَحَتَّى يَعْرِضَهُ مَا يَقْبَلُهُ صَدَقَةُ وَحَتَّى, who will accept until he will return away from it. فيقول الذي, so الذي يعرض ما يقبل صدقة ما يقبل صدقته وحتى return away from it. So here's a file. فيقول الذي يعرض عليه, the person who turns, he say, لا أرى لي به, I have no need for this. Why you want to give this to me? I got right. وحتى يتطاول الناس في البنيان, to such an extent people will start competing, right, in lofty buildings. That I don't have to tell you. That is more than evident if you've visited Saudi Arabia. Currently, the tallest building in the world is where? It is in Dubai, Burj Al Khalifa. And now in Saudi, they want to build a taller building than that. They want to build a taller building. And there's another hadith that says also, we done this in the beginning of Mishkaat. Hadith says, Ri'a Ushati, remember in the beginning of Mishkaat, that the herders of sheep, those people that tend to sheep, they will be competing. And we know that the Arabs were normally nomadic people. They lived in an agrarian society. They were farmers. They would look after crops, etc. So that shows you that they definitely. In fact, on this point here also about competing with regards to the building of lofty buildings, there's another hadith that speaks about it. We'll come here. Now we should speak about where there will be tunnels in the mountains. There will be tunnels in the mountains. And if you go, when you go, inshallah, for Umrah Hajj, when you have to go for Hajj, you have to, as you go from Makkah to Azizia, you go through a tunnel. It's absolutely glaring. And then also it will also come in the hadith as we go, that the desert plains of Makkah al-Mukarramah will once again be changed into green pastures. Recently, there was abnormal rain. So the mountains would turn green, right? So we say, hatta yatat, that will come also, inshallah. Um, يعني وحتى يمر الرجل بقبر الرجل فيقول يا ليتني مكانه. Then another sign will happen. I tell you, it's not necessarily it's in order. It could just happen. Normally, a person is desirous of يود أحدكم لو يعمر ألف سنة. Generally, a person, nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to die. But yes, such constrained and difficult circumstances, human beings and insan will experience that. يمر الرجل بقبر. Sometimes when life is like very, very difficult, it's pressing you from all sides. Life is pressing you from all sides. This is going wrong, that is going wrong, financial issue, domestic issue, this. And he said, حتى يمر الرجل بقبر. It passed by, said, يا فيقول يا ليتني, if only I could be with this person's place. This person is resting comfortably. I want to be in his place. So this shows you it's difficult circumstances, challenging circumstances. But as a Muslim, our focus is always that this dunya is a test. Different people get tested in different ways. Some people get tested with their health. Some people get tested with their wealth. Some people, they have all the wealth. They have all the wealth in the world. I was just speaking to one uncle, and I was telling me this person here, he was under 50 years old, but he's got a company. He's got a company that I know exactly the company's name, etc. But this person, he was tested with cancer, and he was telling and this company he got, they want to sell it for 40 billion rand. What is it? Not just 40 billion rand. I don't think you can even conceive what this billion is. Somebody told me the story himself, and this person was telling another person, you know what? I'll give you all my money if you can give me your health and you take my sickness. I'll give you all that money, 40 billion rand. You give me your health and you take my sickness and you must give me your health. So Allah Ta'ala tests different. Everybody in this dunya got their test. Everybody. There's no person that doesn't have a test. If you are not tested with your health, you are tested with your wealth. If you're not tested with your wealth, you are tested with your domestic life. You have problem in your domestic life. You have problem in your social life. You have problem in your family life, etc., your marital life. So some people have depression, some people have anxiety. So this dunya is a place of tests, right? So حتى يمر الرجل بقبر رجل سوف يقول يا ليتني مكانه. Then وحتى تطلع الشمس من مغربها, until the sun will rise from the west. Maghrib is from the west. I did mention a little bit about this yesterday. I told you, scientifically they say that the earth is turning slower than what it normally. So all of that is adding up. Eventually a time will come when the sun will rise from the west. It normally will rise in the west. And also from the other hadith, we said that it will be a long night, very long night, and people will become restless. But this night is not coming to an end. This night is not coming to an end. And then فَإِذَا طَلَعَتْ وَرَآهَا النَّاسُ آمَنُوا أَجْمَعُونَ. So when the sun eventually rises, and people say, hey, they witness this unnatural phenomenon. Now آمَنُوا أَجْمَعُونَ. But it will not benefit. That's why Allah Ta'ala says also, there's a hadith, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَقْبَلُ تَوْبَةَ الْعَبْدِ مَا لَمْ يُغَرْغِرَ. Allah Ta'ala accepts the tawbah of a person as long as that, غَرْغَرَ يُغَرْغِرُ, refer to that gurgling sound that comes from the throat when the ruh is extracted. Sometimes you hear it for some people. Sometimes when some people pass, you hear it sound, a deep breath. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes Allah Ta'ala make it evident. A lot of people, they tell you that they were sitting next to somebody and they just hear a person taking a deep gasp like that. And then that's when the life comes out, right? So like how when that soul is extracted, it passes the throat. Then after that, even if it's too late, because now you're seeing the reality. You're seeing الآن وقد عصيت من قبل وكنت. Now you want to believe, but while you were disobedient, وكنت من المفسدين, you were from those people who were committing corruption in the earth. Too late. You missed the boat. Artists, you missed the boat. So same thing. Now وراءها الناس أجمل فلذلك حين. So that is the time لا ينفع نفسا إيمانها. That is the time where that the soul iman will not benefit because it's too late. This is Man mata faqad qamat qiyamatuhu. That person who passes away, his qiyamat has started. So this is his qiyamat, right? Lam takun amanat min qablu. He did not believe before. Now you have to believe. Oh, kasabat fi. Oh, he did not. So lam takun amanat min qablu. Oh, lam takun kasabat fi imaniha khayriha. Right? I did not earn anything with regards to goodness, right? ولا تقومن الساعة وقد نشر الرجلان ثوبهما بينهما فلا يتبايعان ولا يطويان. Well, right. Then he's saying Qiyamah will not happen until two see ولا تقومن الساعة وقد نشر الرجل. Two people, they spreading out the cloths, right? There's two cloths between them two. فلا يتبايعانه. They will not sell it. ولا يطويانه. And you know what if you get to fall out? So what is thinking about a cloth merchant? You know, somebody selling a cloth. Sometimes you get people, they go to China, they take the cloth, they say, you must make this shirt so many thousands, so many, or maybe or like you go to the material shop, or if you go in India, you see they have this cloth markets, cloth merchants. So here the cloth is spread out and see what a beautiful cloth, feel the quality. See how fine is this? What a beautiful dress you can make with this. What a beautiful sari, what a beautiful Punjabi. And whilst they're doing it, Qiyamah will come and they will not even have the chance to fold the cloth again. So as the cloth is open, that is how Qiyamah will come all of a sudden. You understood it? So that's what I'm saying. See again, وَلَا تَقُومَنَّ السَّاعَةُ. Qiyamah will take place in this condition. وَقَدْ نَشَرَ الرَّجُلَانِ ثَوْبَهُمَا. Whilst two people have opened the cloth, بَيْنَهُمَا فَلَا يَتَبَايَعَانِهِ وَلَا. They will not sell it and they will not get a chance to fold it again before they will. That nafakha will come, right? وَلَا تَقُومَنَّ السَّاعَةُ. And Qiyamah will come, right? وَقَدْ انصَرَفَ الرَّجُلُ بِلَبَنِ لِقْحَةِ. While a person has just milked his camel, he's taken the milk and is going taken to his house. فَلَا يَطْعَمُهُ. And he will not get a chance to so drink it. It will come all of a sudden that he might have just milked his camel, but he won't get a chance, right? وَلَا تَقُومَنَّ السَّاعَةُ. And Qiyamah will definitely take place, right? قَامَ يَقُومُ. And this is la is ta'qeed, ne? وَهُوَ يَلِيطُ حَوْضَهُ. A person will be leper. He's busy plastering out his well. He's plastering his house. He's busy. He's still in his mind. He's still thinking he's going to live long on this dunya. Qiyamah is still far away. It will come all of a sudden. Right? فَلَا يَسْقِي فِيهِ. He's plastering his well, and he will not draw water. In other words, before his completion, before his takmil, he will pass away. ولا تقومن الساعة وقد رفع أكلته إلى فيه فلا يطعمه. Just imagine there's a person who will pick up a morsel of food and will be bring it close to his mouth, and all of a sudden Qiyamah will come and he won't be able to put that morsel of food in his mouth. Right? So أكلته إلى فيه فلا يطعمه. It will come all of a sudden. So all of this is teaching us that you have to be ready, you have to be prepared. You don't know when the Qiyamah will come, right? Okay, there's another. Okay, read the next hadith. We can cover the next hadith, inshallah. Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعنه قال رسول الله لا تقوم الساعة حتى تقاتل قوما نعالهم الشعر وحتى تقاتل التركة صغار الأعين حمرة الوجوه ظلة الأنوف كأن وجوههم المجان المطرقة متفق عليه. Also narrated on the authority of Abu Huraira, he said the Rasul said, Qiyamah will not take place until you fight such a people that ni'aluhum sha'ru, right? Their shoes will be made of hair. You know, sometimes the leather, it has the hair on, and sometimes like you have a leather where the hair is removed. So this is referred to the shoes will still have the fibers of the hair of the animal, right? Right? وحتى تقاتل الترك, and you will fight the Turkish nation. صغار الأعين, small eyes, beady eyes, right? حمرة الوجوه, reddish faces, those red faces. ظلف الأنوف. They will have flat nose. كأن وجوههم المجان المطرقة, as though their faces are المجان المطرقة. مجان means shields, and المطرقة means layered shields. Like, that maybe they did not have access to steel, so they have a shield, just layers and layers of leather, and that to be used to protect themselves. So if you look at all of these qualities here, it refers to the morals. Remember, when we speak about, we speak about Turkey, we think Turkey only refers to the people living in Turkey, but there's what you call the Turkic nation. I think it's Turkic. The Turkish today are part of those people. You see, in beyond the mountains of Isfahan, this is where all the Turkish people, Turkic nations emerge from. So these people currently in Turkey, they are one of those group of people. They came, they did not inhabit Turkey originally. Remember, Turkey was inhabited by, was controlled by the Christians. First was the Romans, and they converted to Christianity. Remember, I told you that, right? I told you that they converted to Christianity, and the reason they converted to Christianity was they saw that they're going to become irrelevant. So to maintain relevance, they converted to Christianity. So for many years, this was controlled by the Romans, and this was like a type of European people that lived there, because Greece is just across the what you call it. So they lived there. So then uh, the Turkic people were nomadic people. They used to move around. So they were traveling and they accepted Islam. They accepted Islam and they ended up there at the bottom side of Turkey. And then they grew under what is it, Ertugrul and those people. They became powerful and they managed to conquer Constantinople, and they managed to establish the Dawlat Uthmaniyya, the Ottoman Khilafah. So they were not originally from there. So the Turkic people are many groups. So the Mongolians, Genghis Khan and those people, they were also Turkic people. They were also from the Turkic people. That's why even if you look at today, there are many like the Turkish that are today in Turkey, the Mongolians, in today is called Mongolia. And then you get also like the Uyghurs, they're also Turkic people. And then like the people of Uzbekistan, they're all Turkic people, right? So yeah, Nabi Sam said you'll find the Turkic people. So I was telling you, yeah, Turkic people would refer to, ulama say that if you look at, it could be something else, but if you look at these sifat, if you look at these qualities here, then it points towards them, because all of them, see the first thing, the alu mushara, their shoes was like from leather skin, which the hair was not removed, right? And this is what they say, like dried leather, but not completely cured. So Nabi Sallallahu is saying, the Dukia Qiyamah will not come until you as the Muslim Ummah, you will find these Turkic people, right? Some ulama say, remember we told you yesterday that if you look at Ya'juj and Ma'juj, they were from the progeny of Yafas bin Nuh. So I told you, if you look at the Turkic people, they come from this mountains that's called the Caucasus, where Chechnya, all those places are. Some ulama say no, it doesn't refer, like I told you, some ulama say it referred to the Mongolians, which fought with the Muslims, right? Some ulama say no, it does refer to Ya'juj and Ma'juj, because they also are Turkic people. They will also have similar features. And this, I told you, this is the progeny of Yafas bin Nuh, right? And why they call Turkic people? Because if you go up the ancestry, there was a person who was called Turk. So according to this one explanation, these people are the people that are still, if we don't take it to mean the ransacking and the looting of Baghdad, but rather we say it's going to be Ya'juj and Ma'juj, because they also Turkic people, they come from the same area where the Turkish people come from. The Turkic, not Turkish, okay, the Turkic people, Turkmen, they call them Turkmen also. So then they are still behind the wall, right? So they are still, like I still to say, a ancient nomadic, uncultured, uncivilized people, if we take the hadith in the literal sense. So then the question comes about you, in today's day and age with all the technology that we have, we have so much technology. If they are still living there and we take the hadith in the literal sense, how come nobody found them? How come nobody see them? Because so many planes flying, you got so many drones, you got so many satellites. Allah Ta'ala could have kept it a secret, like Allah Ta'ala keeps many things secrets. Like even if you look, we'll do as we go about the creature that was on the island with Tamim Dari found. He was excited to tell Nabi, so we were traveling and we saw this strange creature, etc., etc. Today also you'll say, but if there's the strange creature on this island, how come nobody knows about it? Allah Ta'ala can conceal it from the eyes of the people. So this is the tribe of Ya'juj and Ma'juj that is residing behind the mountains, etc. Allah Ta'ala could also conceal it. Nothing is beyond the, what you call it, the qudrat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, time is up. We'll stop there and we will do the tafsir. I will continue this tomorrow, inshallah.